How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video lesson, we are looking at formation of trends with higher high and higher lows. Okay, higher highs and higher lows is for uptrend. Then we have lower highs and lower low for downtrend. Then we have sideways, which is also consolidation. So before we jump right into it, let me kindly clarify something here about my thumbnail. Okay, so mainly look at my thumbnail, I always have a pictures of professional traders with their names here, and this does not really mean that it is always me or I am working with all these professional traders. No, the message the picture paint is to let my fellow traders know that I have once followed all these professional traders, both online, or I have read their books, or I have watched one of their videos that have inspired me. I have made more research about them. I hear a whole lot of stories from them. Okay, these are the things that motivate me, that keep me going, which is what makes me become a better trader as of today, which is reason why I make this video, to also educate someone somewhere who may cares to learn one or two things about forex. And at the same time, this is to also encourage you to go out and make research about all these professional forex traders, to hear their stories, so that you can also know where they comes from. Okay, so at the end of the day, this will also motivate you to tell yourself, if people who has come from nowhere can be able to succeed in this market, so nothing could stop you too. That is the whole lot of message that I have about all these professional traders that I normally put their pictures here. It's nothing else about it. It's just to tell you that I have learned something in time past from them, and today I am also telling you to go and make a finding about them, so that you too can learn one or two things from them and then become professional trader as they are. Okay, so that is all I have to say about this. So my name is Mr. Emmanuel. I'm from Nigeria. So feel free to watch the video and then let me know your view and your take over this video. Okay, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you have to say. Okay, if there is any correction or whatever, just feel free, guys. Feel free. All right, guys. So let's kindly jump right into it. This is a uptrend market. This uptrend market. As you can see, the market start from here as a low, make up this new high, come down to this low, could not break this very particular low, which is what makes it a lower low here. Sorry, a higher low here. Okay, before taking it up to a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so this is a raw market movement. As you can see, the trend line, the two trend line, the trend line and the counter trend line is just pointing up. Okay, this is the direction of the move of the market, uptrend. So at this point in time, what you should be doing is looking up for every buy opportunity that is in the market. Okay, so as you can see, we have a uptrend that signify that you should go for a long, looking for a long-term buying and a short-term sell. Okay, but at the same time, depending on your level, it's not really advisable to look out for the short-term sell, which is the pullback. Okay, because you never can tell if the market may likely pull back or when is it going to pull back. You may likely blow your account or lose a huge amount of money. So it's advisable to go with what? The trend. Okay, try to read the chart, understand the general trend. It is very, very important. It is a result, is as a result of a general trend that makes you to find out that there are swing traders in this market. Swing trader doesn't just come in and take trade anywhere they like. They know that there is what we call a general trend, and that is what gives them the edge to hold a position for 3 weeks, 1 month, 6 months. Okay, So ability to identify a general trend is very, 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 very important. Okay. So now, what are we seeing here? You must be able to know something. What I want to point out here is that when the market goes up and come down here, okay, then you check out for these two edge, because this two edge is telling you that this is where the trend start forming. By the time you plot your trend line, okay, all these candles that are expecting this trend line, they are what makes up that trend. Okay, that is what makes up the trend. So you should start looking out for something from this point or this edge where they are expecting the trend line. Okay, so ability for you to read the market is very, very important. A situation whereby the market hits here and take it up again, what are you supposed to do? You start looking out at your left. Okay, you definitely see some kind of things. For example, if this market was coming down from this point, so what happened here? When you look at your left, you see that there's a kind of zone that is expecting here. Okay, look at this. You can see that now. So this guy expects this edge. So you look out for buy. The same thing happens here. Okay, so you start looking out for buy. Okay, but to some extent, if the market want to retrace changing of trend here, you notice that the market is not going to do what? Break this above. So what happened? It will come back, try to go, it couldn't be able to go again, then break the trend line, come back to retest, and then drop. So by so doing, you can see lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, just like that. Okay. Then, but in case the market wants to continue, it can still continue, come back here, and then continue from here, higher high, higher low, higher high. It's as simple as that. Okay. So now let's look at the raw market movement so that we'll be able to see what it look like in the chart that I have tried to get out. Okay. Okay. So this is a chart that I've auto sketched out. So you see what the market is doing. The low here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay. So it's always advisable, look at your left. You can see from this point here. So you start looking for project for buy here. From this point here, look for buy here. From this point here, look for buy here. That is how the trend has been forming. Okay. All right. So let's look at the downtrend. Let's look at the downtrend. Okay. So this is the downtrend. The downtrend is an opposite to an uptrend. Okay. So what the market do here, the market start from somewhere here. Okay. Then form a high, drop to a low, higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay. So if the market want to retrace now, so what happened? It will come back here, retest, break above the trend line, retest the trend line, go up, drop. Okay, just like that. So this is what the higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, start forming higher high, higher low, just like that. Keep going. Okay. So I don't know if I'm making any sense here to someone. If you don't understand, please feel free to ask a question in the comment section. I will make sure I answered your question. Okay. So in the downtrend, you look out for long term sell and the short term buy. Just as I said before, it's not always advisable to look out for short term buy. You may miss it, and when you miss it, you are going to lose a lot of money. Try as much as you can, put effort, pest yourself to learn the general trend. It is very, very, very advisable and important to know the general trend, because this is what will help you to make money and profit in this market. So if you buy from this point, if you sell from this point and hold it down to this point, you could see that you just be entering your break even without even fear of losing out, because your account must have been protected. But there is no way you can buy from this point. Okay, even if someone told you to buy here or buy here, okay, it will just be, market will be just be flowing down. So let's look at the chart example of the downtrend. Okay, so this is the chart example of the downtrend. So it's the same thing as I said, opposite of the uptrend is the downtrend. So the market come down here, lower high, lower low, lower high here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So looking at your left, you always see a kind of support that become a resistance. Okay, support become a resistance here, support become a resistance here, support become a resistance here. So always go with the trend. Sell here. This is a sell opportunity here. This is a sell opportunity here. This is also a sell opportunity here. Okay, so don't go against the trend. You may likely to miss it, and when you miss it, you may likely to lose some money from the market. Okay, so if this trend want to change a trend now, what happens as the market comes down here? Okay, so what happened? It will go retest, break above, retest. Okay, so this high that has break above, so this is a confirmation of uptrend, that the trend have changed. So we are now start looking out for buy. Okay, so after this illustration, we are also going to check the live chart so that you can see how the trend change. Okay, from one trend to another, uptrend, downtrend, consolidation. We are going to look at all of them in the live chart. Okay, so feel free, let me understand, or let me know what a question you should have. Let me see how I can answer you. Okay, all right guys, so this is a consolidation. There's no higher high, lower high or being made in this market. Everything here is just consolidating. Everything is sideways. So at a time like this, if you are using a lower time frame, guys, it's not advisable to do anything. It's not advisable to take a trade. Okay, because I promise you, you are going to lose in this market. So at a time like this, it's expected that you should relax, hold on until you start seeing a kind of breakout to the high. So when it retests, so you can start buying. Okay, just like this. But if it breaks down to the low, so hold on for the low until it come back to retest, and then start looking for sell. Okay, just like that. So this is what we should be projecting. Okay, this is what we should be looking out for in the market. We don't want to see this type of market. Okay, we don't want to do anything here. Just hold on. Once you identify this is a consolidation zone, so you have to hold on until it breaks out above or break below. Okay, making a higher high and a higher low, or lower high and a lower low. Then that is when you start looking for entry. Okay, I think this is clear. So this is what the example look like. Okay, so this is what we should be looking out for. Yeah, this is what we should be looking out for. This move, okay, is what we should be looking out for. Sell here, and we should also be looking out for this kind of move for buy, but not this type of move. There's no way you can trade this type of market and be making any money, especially if you are trading 1 hour, okay, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and thereabout. Lower time frame is not advisable to trade any of this consolidation area. I promise you, you're going to lose a lot of money. Yes, you're going to lose a lot of money. So let's get into live chart and see what the market is doing when it comes to forming of a trend. Okay, so it's advisable for you to always use your trend line. because trend line will help you to see the structure and how the market is going. Okay, so now at least this is an uptrend for now. This is what I'm seeing. So how do you do that? From this point, this is what my eyes is able to see. Okay, so no matter they break out, but at least this is what I can see for now. So I have to maintain this. Okay, so I have to maintain this for now. Then after seeing this, I also see the downtrend at the change of the trend. See what is happening here now. So you have to learn how to map out all this all by yourself, depending on what your eyes can see, so that you'll be able to be following the trend. Okay, so having said that, then I have to give this a space so that I can be able to see the downtrend clearly. Okay, I'm coming back to explanation. Let me first of all map out what I'm seeing based on the trend first. Then before I will show you how it goes with the higher highs and the higher lows. Okay, so this is what I personally am seeing right now. So I have to maintain them this way I'm seeing. Okay, so I'm coming back for the explanation. So just be a little patient for now. Just try to understand how I'm seeing the trend happening. Look at what is going on here. This is an uptrend continuation. Okay, so as you can see, my candlesticks and the chart, they are definitely respecting my trend line. That is what matters for me, and that is how the trend is being formed. Look at what I'm seeing here. Can you see this now? So this is what my eye is seeing. So I don't have to just, it must be uptrend or downtrend. Try to even see something first in the market. So when you see what you see, then the rest will then determine what you should do. Okay, as you can see, this is all that I'm seeing here. Permit me to do this. Why I try to map out this is because from this downtrend here, the market was supposed to come down and work this very particular low, this particular time frame. Oh, sorry, the trend line. So what happened? The market cut off and then pull up. I'm coming for the explanation. Just be patient. Let me see what it looks like. Okay. All these are trend showing you the direction of the trend, the change of the trend, which will determine what you should do next following the market. Okay. What you should do next. Okay. So you can see the market have changed. Okay. The market have changed from here. Let me see what is happening here. You must first of all try to map out your trend line, because it's your trend line that will direct you for you to see clearly the direction of the market. So if you cannot see with your trend line, then I don't know how will you be taking your trade. Okay, it is those that trade with a moving average that can also see what I'm using my trend line to see. Okay, they are the one that can detect an entry too. Okay, so this is my own strategy. I don't know about you. Maybe you have your own that always pays you. I'm only trying to show you what favors me, what helps me in the market. So I don't know about you. Okay, as you can see, trying to find out, understand where are the trends. Okay, so I think this is where I want to stop. Let me go back for the explanation. Okay, so where did I start? This is where I started. Okay, so what happened all the way from here? Excuse me. So you can see that the market has been making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is the obvious higher low here. Then this is the higher high, higher low, higher high here. Then coming back to this low, you can see that it's not breaking the trend line and it's respecting the trend line. Okay, so I think this will be an issue right now. I have to clean it off. But at least you have seen what I've tried to do from the beginning. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Still go to higher high. Okay, so this is a lower high here. It start forming. That is the trend is changing. The trend is changing. So lower low here, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay. So now when you look at the left, as I always said, look at something, look at the left, it will be showing you a kind of zone here. Okay. So from this point to this point now, it's enough for you to project your trend line against the future. Okay, even if it didn't come back to this trend line again. Okay, so but what matters is that you project your trend line. Look at the upside of it now. From this point, all these are respecting my trend line. Okay, so all these places are what tells me that the trend is what downtrending. Okay, so having make the lower high and lower low here, then come back to form a high. So and it couldn't be able to break this high. Okay, this high was not able to break. So what happened? It formed a triple top here and dropped down to lower low again, then making a lower high, making a higher low and a higher high. This higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Couldn't break again. Then if you look at something here, you see that this particular 2 points here was supposed to come down to this very particular trend line. But what happened? It couldn't come back to touch the trend line again. So what happened? This is to tell you that the trend is changing. Okay, the trend is changing direction. As you can see, what happened? You just walk this low, triple bottom, and then start changing. How does it change? How does the trend change? And having touched this bottom for the third time, go up, okay, to this very particular high. So as it walked the high, it came back, it couldn't break this low. Okay, he couldn't break this low, but rather he used a long wick to respect this very particular low before he start going up again. So now he has made a new high here. He came back to a lower high, okay, to a higher low, and then take up to higher high, then start a new downtrend again. Okay, so having made this high, he came back to low, okay, and then retest this very particular point here. This is a point that he retest, and then start making a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then after which it worked this very particular area. So hoping that the market will also drop down to this very particular trend line. Okay, so you must be very careful to know when the market is no longer coming down and when the market is retracing back. So having break this low, traders we are also busy selling here. So what happened? The market gradually take it up and work this high again. Okay, even as it worked this high, some traders we are selling here, but this is a confirmation of the breakout here. This two candle here, this one and this one. Okay, so that is when you start looking for a projection to buy. But as soon as the market go up and pass and break above this very particular trend line, then you start looking for buy. Okay, so now what happened? What happened again? So a higher low and a higher high here. So all of a sudden come back to work this low. Then as it work this low, then you go back to a lower high, come back to a lower low, lower high. You couldn't break this low again. Then start making a high from this point, okay, until it work this area again. Okay, this particular zone, it has to respect this particular zone. So from there, it has worked a double bottom, a double top here, and start rejecting, okay, making a lower low, lower high here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You can see how the trend is changing. So right now we are in the downtrend. The market is showing downtrending. Okay, now look at what happened again. This same point here, as the market is making downtrending, why is the market not breaking this very trend line that I drew? All these things is what you need to be seeing and be asking yourself. So if the market is not breaking this trend line, then you sharp looking at, be careful, because on a very good day, at this from this point here to this point, you are not supposed to do anything because the market is not going anywhere. This is also a kind of a consolidation phase. Okay, yes, it's a kind of consolidation phase if you ask me, because nothing was happening around this area. As you can see, this is a consolidation phase here, so you have to hold on for it to finish up whatever he wants to do, because the projection is that people, traders has been selling from this point here, this point, this point, this point. So, and they are selling, they are expecting that the market will come down and walk this trend line. I'm just telling you because this is what I personally am seeing. So I'm not the only person seeing this. Other traders too are seeing it. Okay. So now, why is it not breaking? Why is it not breaking? So if not for the fact that I was able to use my left hand to check all these things, okay, there is an uptrend that the market has is still expecting that we'll buy, we'll buy, we'll buy. So what happened? So the market break. Okay. So the market break. So as it break now, then you have to look at the level. Okay, there was something that it was respecting. You can see that now. So what happened now? Having break above and work this high again. This is the high that is expecting. So it then has to drop. So always use your left hand side so that you can see clearly what the market is trying to do. So we work the lower low here. Okay, even those that we are also somewhere buying from this point. As you can see, that is what the wick has just done now. It came back, then before it started making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so now having worked that higher high, higher low, at this point to this point, we have not seen anything happen. Even from this point to this point, we have not seen anything happen. So having make a higher high, higher low, it start rejecting, making this low. Okay, having made this low now. So what happened? It start forming lower high. This is lower high, this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So by the time you touch this trend line twice, so you project the trend, your trend line in case of the future, because some traders are selling here and they have taken their profit here based on the trend, okay, that the trend line is identifying. So after which there's another trend here that the trend have changed. You can see how it happens. It's showing us a downtrend here, and all of a sudden, then this turned towards an uptrend. Okay, uptrend inside the downtrend. So the change of direction has happened. So now what's happened here? As sellers took a trade here and take profit here, then what happened here? This is another selling position here. So when the sellers are also selling here, so there is also a projection that this market will come down and work this particular trend. It is a desire or a normal thing that everybody is seeing. Okay, that this market will sell and come and hit this very particular trend. Okay, so what happened? All of a sudden, the market starts retracing. No one was able to know. So it was when this market break above, then we start plotting a new trend line, okay, for the direction. So now what happened? Okay, so it start making a higher low and a higher high. Okay, this is from here upward, making a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So I don't really know if somebody's really having or getting anything here. I don't know. Somebody have learned one or two things here. I don't know. So feel free to comment on the comment section. Let me know what's your take and your view over this particular video. I'd like to hear from you personally. Okay, guys, so having all this happen, so what are your own view? What can you see? Okay, so what matters is that try as much as you can to identify the trend, okay, using your trend line. This what goes a long way for you. Now look at what is happening here at the end here. This is what I'm also seeing right now. Excuse me. With the trend line, this is what I'm seeing right now. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. This is a kind of this is a kind of rising wedge. Okay, this is a rising wedge that I'm seeing right now. And what happened? The market has come down break. So I'm still expecting that this market will come down and work this area. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. The market will come and work this low because it's rejecting this very particular trend line here. You can see 1, 2, 3. It has break already. Okay, so this what is happening here is a retest for it to drop here. Then maybe before he continue, before you decide the next move either to go up or from there to continue breaking down. So no one knows. Okay, so these are what I'm looking out for in this ending of this trend now. Okay, so guys, I think this is where I have to stop for this video. Feel free, let me hear from you from the comment section. Let me know your take and your view in this video. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I wish you a profitable trading week. Bye for now.